Hi, I'm Travis and I'm with Tim Gruner, the curator at Anderson Japanese Garden. And today we're going to go over the process and application of making leaf mulch. So Tim, tell us some of the advantages and disadvantages of using leaf mulch in our beds.
Well, first of all, it's a renewable resource and there's plenty of it on site here. What we do is we grind them with a common chipper grinder and then store them over the winter in a pile, and we reapply them in the spring in the garden. So it's really a beautiful aesthetic look. It feels sort of like the color and texture of a forest floor, but just on a little finer consistency.
Sure.
We're utilizing the leaves, which have great nutrition in them, back in the garden, so we're actually getting a little bit of nutritional value into the soil.
Compared to our standard hardwood mulch, what would be the disadvantages to leaf mulch?
Well, leaf mulch, first of all, you have to primarily make it yourself, and so it's a little bit more time consuming, possibly, but it can blow away in strong wind. What we typically do, if there's no rain in the forecast, what we'll do is broadcast the mulch, and then we'll hose it down, and it sort of like kind of sticks it together a little bit so it stays put in the rain a little bit better. But because of the fact that it can blow away throughout the season, we will go back in and touch up areas where it maybe gets a little bit bare. So just for aesthetic reasons, we'll just go back in and touch things up. We can't make enough leaf mulch to do the entire garden. We still use the double ground hardwood mulch in the Garden of Reflection, which is a much bigger open space. But in Pond Strolling Garden, which is also in the area of the guest house, and then in proximity to the tea house in the West Waterfall, these are much more intimate spaces, and the finer texture, the mottled color of the leaf mulch really suits itself well to these much more intimate spaces.
Well, we have our leaf pile here and we have our grinder, Tim. So maybe take us through some of the precautions with the machine and the process of what it takes to grind up the leaves.
Sure. Well, first of all, personal safety is of the utmost importance, and so we wear eye protection, and we also wear hearing protection whenever we run the machine. And then, of course, be familiar with the directions and follow any safety precautions that are specific to your grinder.
Sure.
We take dry, primarily oak leaves, and run them through the grinder, and then take what falls out the bottom, which is the ground leaves, set them in another pile, and then we later take that ground pile and run them through the grinder again, so we get that real nice fine texture of second ground leaves.
Now that we've seen the process of what it takes to produce some leaf mulch, why don't we gather some up and head out into the garden and apply it? So we have some of the leaf mulch. Why don't you just show us?
Sure. Pretty straightforward process. Leaf mulch is very, very easy to distribute.
I'm gonna jump in.
Sure, give it a try. Yeah, this is good fun. Depending on how much we've made, we like to put down an inch or so.
Okay.
And then we'll refreshen that up a little bit as we go through the season.
Okay.
See, and then we'll just go through with a blower and lightly blow this off or sweep it off with a broom, and the garden is ready.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we hope you enjoyed this how-to segment.